having not recorded for 4 years, discounting Equinox, it was quite a, not an overwhelming process, but it is like jumping back in the deep end, coming up with so much content, and you want that content to be so strong and so powerful. So it just, the bullshit filter is fully on, and you just have to go, yeah, as best as you can and just wait out all the stuff that's not working. So I think we turned that on pretty hard this time. Yeah. And yeah, we wanted all, no filler, all content. And
strong bullshit.
Yeah, that's it. And I think we achieved that.
We did have a lot of time to think about what direction we wanted to take with the music, just having the 2 records ready to come out. So I guess it's cool, we had a lot of time to grow. And like when you tour, I guess you pick up things along the way, so by the time it came for us to work on the music, like we had a new direction to go with, and yeah, like it was really fun and experience.
I mean, we started writing the album well over a year ago, but obviously after releasing Skydancer and Earthwalker, our touring schedule was a lot busier. So we didn't have the same kind of time at home, downtime, as we did when we were writing those compared to this one. So it was a bit more challenging finding that time at home in between touring to write the music. So when we were home, we really had to just focus on it, which actually helped a lot more because we knew that we had a certain time frame to have things done by. Usually, I will write the music first, and I'll get sort of a rough skeleton of the song and get it sort of as finished as I can before taking it to the studio, and then I'll send that to Jake straight away and he'll get started on the lyrics. Usually I'll have sort of a few songs, maybe 2 to 3 songs that I'm working on at the same time before I send them through. So I might send him a couple of songs to begin with and then send him another one through a few days later. So he'll have a few different songs to be working with the lyrics. I think he might sort of have a couple of story ideas before I actually send the music through, and then he'll listen to the songs and see which story suits that song best, and then we work from there.
Yeah, and then I guess once that happens, Jake writes the lyrics and I'll go hang at Evan's place, and me and Evan just work on melodies, where I fit into the songs, I guess. That's really my part of it.
I'm from Sydney, they're from Byron, so I'd get sent demos and I'd load them to my phone and then go to my practice studio, and I'd sit there for a while kind of with guitars and like MIDI drums, and then I'd put my own spin on things and bring it to the studio, and some things worked, some didn't, so just a bit of give and take on that behalf. But yeah, there's a bit of my flavour on there for sure.
Yeah, we decided to go with Will Putney this time. Having worked on Equinox with Will Putney, that was sort of a trial test period, I guess, that would just happen naturally with Northland having worked with Will Putney before. So it was the natural person to bring in the studio, and it was just a, yeah, it felt natural, didn't it?
Yeah, we needed a new flavour to the mix.
Yeah, yeah.
After going with Josh twice,
yeah,
it was time for us to progress.
The funnest part was actually when we got into the studio. It's like, because it had been so long since we'd done something like that. Just like, yes, you know, and hearing sort of the first rough mixes back of what you've been sort of working on for so long was really exciting.
It's like a big rush.
Yeah, it is.
First mixes.
He really, really worked with us to get our best performances out, for sure. I know that he pushed me really hard to not only have the best lyrics possible, but also the best performance. And I feel that he definitely did so with Ben, with Connor, Kyle, everyone.
He was very stern with lyrical content.
Yeah, exactly.
That was a good head to bring into the mix.
Yeah, we need, again, no filler. It all had to be like strong. What are you trying to say here? What do you want to get across? What's your point? And yeah, we really honed in on those lyrics, and I feel that the message of Arc is really strong because of that.
I like working with Will because if you're not having a good day, he can either make it way worse or turn it around and really bring out in you what you are capable of doing in regards to a part of a song. So if you do something and it's not good and you're psyched on it, he might not be, and it's a matter, you know, trial and error on what's going to work and what isn't suitable to a part. So he's good at allowing you to get to that point of, okay, this is what that part should be. So there was a lot of that in the studio, and I thank him for his patience.
Will is just a guy that you can kind of trust his ideas. When he says something, he really says it because he knows that it's going to work and it's a solid idea, and you listen and you go with his ideas. And I think he doesn't really change the music too much. He really just kind of adds this flavor that is already existing there, but just makes it a lot better. And I think vocally speaking, because I worked with him mostly on just recording vocals, he is just amazing to work with vocals. Like, he really makes it easy for me to get, he gets the best performances out, and it shows on this record. They're definitely the best performances I've ever done on a record before, and very proud of it, and I think Will is a big factor of that.
So the concept for ARC, the earth is a ship. Every woman, every man, every child, every living thing that we have ever known has existed and exists on the ark. And like a ship, if the hull is compromised, all life is at stake. So I believe, and the boys believe, that we have a responsibility to protect, look after and preserve life and the ark so that it can exist for many more years for our children and their children. Our planet is covered with 71% water. The plasma in our blood is 92% water, brains 75%, our bones even 30% water. So we are water and our planet is water, and without it, we are nothing. So water sustains us, it provides us with life, and we need to, look after it and respect it.
I think went a bit more natural sort of groove to the music as well. In a lot of the riffs, like I guess compared to the last album, we've got a lot of riffs on this, whereas the last album was more strumming and things like that. And I think the riffs bring out a lot more feeling, and you kind of just want to, bang your head, and it's music that we're going to enjoy playing live as well. So I think, that whole feeling of the whole arc thing sort of
it kind of
rubbed off in the music in that way.
The scope, it kind of feels like a bigger scope in general. Like the songs themselves feel bigger, more open, and I guess that's kind of the feel. Like musically, you would want to create for ARC. That's what we wanted to create, something that just feels a little bigger than it has before.
Yeah, playing a lot bigger tours and festivals, like European festivals and things like that, and seeing some of the bands playing over there, and the way that their music goes down with those crowds definitely has a very natural impact on the way that we were writing the album. So I'm really excited, more than ever, to be playing it live and see how it goes down. Not just to see how the people react, but it's going to be really fun for us to be playing those songs.
Mm-hmm. It's been a while since we played some new songs, so
yeah.
Lyrics and English aside, people sing along and they get involved, and it just shows me that how, we are all just human beings, and we all share a passion here, and that is the planet, that is ARC. So this record is a global record encompassing many different themes and aspects.
I guess we've all matured as people, because of all the traveling that we've done and touring, and I think that really shows in the music. And because this is the fourth time that we've sort of done this, we know what was going to work and what wasn't from the earlier stages. So everything is a lot more refined, and I don't know what.
And I guess it is kind of a natural continuation from Earth Walker Sky Dancer, and now ARC is what we wanted to create, the kind of the third installment of the kind of progression that we're going for, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's a little less straightforward as Earth Walker Sky Dancer were, but it is still the next installment that we wanted to have in our catalogue.
Yeah, I guess we've got
lyrically and musically.
like a naturally evolving thing from record to record, rather than trying to jump and completely change our sound. We're just letting it flow, and I think it's working for us, and we're happy with the direction that it's going in.
I feel growing up in Byron Bay, you naturally tend to appreciate the natural world. We've got some amazing things around us. You appreciate them, but you don't learn how to express that appreciation and gratitude until you start visiting other places on the planet, and you see how different it is, and how much it is a part of you to make you feel whole and bring balance into your life. So those were the seeds for it. And touring with the band post divination for me was an eye-opener. And from there, it was just like, well, if I'm gonna spend all my time writing lyrics, getting out of bed at ridiculous hours, sleeping on floors, why would I want to write about things that are just going to be a topic that's just going to blow over, about how I broke up with someone, or how I was, heartbroken, or spent money on this, and all the just throwaway topics that we see in the modern day age. So it was a platform to provide, words of power, wisdom, and things that I've learned and want to share.